Stream is gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the floor of the Take 12 podcast. Here we are on day one. So there's a lot of people that you meet here on the floor of Terrificon, and lots of interesting and exciting vendors and things like that. We have a gentleman here that's with us today. His name is Fred. Fred, welcome to the Take 12 podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Is his mic up?
Can you hear me?
There we go. We got you now. Okay. All right, Fred, tell us about yourself and what you do.
My name is Fred. I work at CBS Warehouse as a loader, but I like doing vending and going thrifting, looking for VHS tapes mostly is what I deal in primarily. Takes me back to the days when I used to work at Blockbuster.
Oh, no kidding, really?
Yep. Used to be a district manager at Blockbuster, so I used to do all the ordering and stuff. So going back 20 years, I mean.
So who orders all the tapes for the back room at Blockbuster?
So when I did it, it was the store manager would do all the ordering, and you used to get things like promo tapes in, which I have one here where you could watch it before the tape came in,
right?
And you could decide if you liked it, you could order more copies.
For real?
Yep.
So when did you guys get actual videos before the public did?
So we used to get our new movies in every Friday before they came out that Tuesday, and then we would put like coming soons on the wall with all the cover boxes only.
Yeah.
And then we put them out a certain day, and you weren't allowed to put them out earlier. The studio would fine you $5,000.
Holy shit. So were there any like illegal watch parties that happened all the time in Blockbuster, or were people scared?
Yeah, actually, the studios used to have secret shoppers come in and test us, be like, can you let them release it to me early? And then we'd be like, no. One guy got caught doing it, and they gave the store a $5,000 fine.
No shit. That's crazy. Imagine if that guy who was in charge of doing that was like a serious assassin, and he just murdered people who watch Blockbuster movies before they came out, before the public got to see them.
Well, we used to have some really funny people coming in the public because, you know, you put like a coming soon in each cover, and they'd bring up just the cover and like, I want to get this. And I'm like, it's not out yet. It's not until tomorrow. They're like, how am I supposed to know? And then I look at the coming soon. I'm like, right there.
Right. Yeah. All right. So is it primarily horror, or is it everything that you collect?
I primarily collect horror.
Okay.
Chucky's my number one favorite. Child's Play.
Yeah.
I grew up with that. That's what made me destroy my buddy doll.
Right.
And then I like stuff like some anime, you know, things like Sin City, the late releases. So when DVD was taken over, VHS was slowly dwindling down. So if you find like some of those, they're very hard to come by.
Okay. So this is a sample of one of the VHS tapes. It's a movie called Trick or Treat. I'm just going to read the jacket here. So
they never rent quality flicks. They always pick the most
Do you guys have Navy SEALs? So it says Mark Price from Family Ties. Was that the boyfriend from Family Ties?
I couldn't honestly remember if I could tell you right or not.
I mean, or is this just like a generic guy that was in Family Ties and he just happened to be...
I think it was a generic guy, Family Ties. And Ozzy was in that too, very briefly.
But this looks like Justine Bateman's boyfriend. What was that guy's name?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you.
Was it Nick? Yeah. It was Nick, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to pull one out of the way back machine. I can't believe I still remember this. So there was an episode of Family Ties, and Nick was talking to one of the younger kids, and he said... he talked to her about brushing her teeth, and he said, we can walk on coals and have ninjas fight us, but be sure not to get gingivitis. That's why the fuck is that quote from Family Ties rolling around in my head? It is. Anyway, yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's him. So this is like a slasher film from, what year is this from?
I think it's 82. I could be wrong though on the date. I know it's in the 80s. Might be early 90s.
It says, well, Ontario, Canada. Yikes. 87?
Sounds about right.
Larimar Home Video. So now, how are you acquiring these, and what is the demand for some of these old VHS tapes?
So most of mine come from either yard sales. I deal with a lot of guys who do estate sales and storage units. So they sell to me.
Right.
That particular horror title in good shape goes for about $125.
You're shitting me.
I got it for $1 at a yard sale. Happened to be. At the time, though, I bought it. I didn't know.
Wow. And what version of Halloween is that?
That's actually, if you want to look, the original double back media.
Oh, Sleepaway Camp.
That's actually the most valuable tape in the lot right there at
Really?
$175.
Wow. I know a couple of dummies that would love to get their hands on this. Chris, you know exactly who I'm talking about.
It's funny because that girl's not even in the movie anywhere.
For real?
She's not at all.
It's just a hot girl on the poster?
Yep. Yes, it is. So, real quick on the Eternal Sunshine. So that tape looks different. That's a promo tape.
Okay.
So that copy looks different than the actual release of the cover. The actual release is all blue.
Okay.
So because it's a promo tape, this one's yellow because that's not the final release copy. That makes that way more valuable, about $200 for that one.
Really? Wow. And you're saying this is the original Halloween?
That's the original Halloween. Fun fact, on the back, if you look, they actually spelled Mike Myers' name wrong.
Michael
Yep, and then
Meyers.
So it should be just Myers.
Right. Wow, that's crazy. I remember I used to collect hockey cards, and I had a Ray Bork, what they call the error card, because they spelt his name wrong in like a limited pressing of those, and they were more expensive than a lot of his other cards.
How much did they go for? Like, what was the difference?
Dude, I don't know what it is now. I got to dig those out. I could probably own a small island somewhere if I sold them all.
I wish so many things I kept. I get rid of all my Pogs before, and now they're worth money, and I had Slammers.
I had the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier when I was a kid. In the trash. So now I know a lot of like retro places have popped up over the past years, and like they even have like theme bars where they do like arcades, pinball, and now they're getting back to like real physical media again. So have you seen like a demand for this stuff recently?
For the old original,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
You have to be very careful. I've found guys try to pass off retro stuff as original. So just like a Sleepaway Camp, original's like 150, a retro's like $40, 30, and they'll try to act like it's original.
So are they like, how would you be able to spot the difference?
So the cover will have like almost no wear on it. It's very glossy and finished.
I got it.
And you won't be able to feel the print on the cover.
Okay. I see. Yeah, no, that's cool. We were just talking about how like a lot of young kids now, parents are giving kids physical VHS tapes so they can, I guess it's something tactile about the kid actually loading the tape and pressing the buttons and stuff like that like kids enjoy.
Yeah, they said they want to teach their kids responsibility. There's actually a big demand now for Disney tapes. So like I need to make sure my kid doesn't act like his elder brother and do nothing and just watch streaming. I want him to learn. Yeah. So he's putting in that tape and rewinding it himself.
Right. Yeah. No, and also you know, like when you stop and start it, you have to physically get up, hit that button, stop, you know, it pauses, like, and you got to go out of the room and do something else. So it feels like you're more engaged when you watch like a VHS tape as opposed to something that you can just pause it, or I come back, or I'll take a phone call and then just rewind it and like, you know, jump right back into it or something like that.
Oh, I miss that smell of popcorn and carpet from Blockbuster a lot.
Oh man.
Tell me there was no more exciting feeling when you went to Blockbuster and they're like, do you have this? And they go to the dump and like, we have it. And you're like, they got it. And then you take it home and it don't work.
Oh man.
I mean, a lot of people are getting back into physical media because, you know, Sony of course has announced that they're not going to be putting out physical games in the next couple of years. And there's the issue of ownership. I mean, Caitlin and I, like a couple Christmases ago, we went on to watch our, you know, paid for downloaded copy of Holiday Inn. And one year they put like a disclaimer in front of it because of the racially insensitive scene in that picture. And we were like, oh shit, did they edit the movie that we're about to stream? Because it's like, but we own it. Why would they alter it?
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's happened. I know Marvel especially have edited and removed stuff and then changed things up, either because they made mistakes when the cinematic versions came out, or because of so many of the other Marvel movies that they made, they re-edited stuff to make their whole timeline make sense again, which is that's That's kind of crazy.
Or even Disney editing Lilo and Stitch to remove the washing machine and put a cabinet there for that scene at the beginning of the picture.
I didn't even know that.
On the streaming version that's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
That's a lot of my customers say they're Prime, they lose their libraries, and they're like, I realize I own nothing, I own air, and they want physical copies they can actually hold.
Well, didn't Best Buy just stop? Well, not just, but Best Buy doesn't carry any physical DVDs anymore, right?
They carry very
no.
limited.
Okay.
And that's the thing. You go into the average Best Buy, and it's like it's just open space of nothingness.
Yeah.
Where all the physical media used to be.
Right.
You know, and now they're like selling pops and
they sell appliances.
They sell Legos. Well, they always sold appliances.
I know, but you know, I miss the days where you could go into like Cambridge Soundworks, where you could go into that back room and they'd show you like the DVD sample, and it was like always like the opening of like GoldenEye. It was like a big action movie scene, and it was just to demonstrate like the surround sound that they were selling the speakers. But it was always kick-ass action movies, and you know, it was like you were there for an experience because you were a movie goer. It wasn't like you weren't there to buy a fucking refrigerator.
Yeah, they definitely try harder back then. Now it's just nothing lasts anymore. They don't care.
Right. Yeah. No, I recently just found like all of my bins of all my DVDs, and I was gonna put them in my warehouse, but then I'm like, I think I should start ripping these and put them on a like a server, and then start just watching them from like a server at home whenever I wanted to.
Oh, which titles did you find?
Oh, dude. Oh, and for me, I was on a huge Criterion collection kick for a while.
Oh, really?
So like I have like the Criterion collection of The Rock, and you know, all the like the double DVDs and stuff like that. But like the special features for me, I watched the special features more than I watched the actual movies, because at the time there was, you know, they didn't have all these friggin' behind the scenes like they have now. Every show has a companion show that's the making of the show, right? We didn't have that stuff when we were younger. Like I still have it. Oh, it's a it was a TV special that they made. It was the stunts of Indiana Jones.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've heard of that before.
Okay, so it was long too. It was maybe over an hour or so. Harrison Ford is the narrator, and he's in it and stuff like that. And they got everybody: Terry Reynolds, Vic Armstrong, all those guys, and they show you how the movie was made, but it was on film. Like they didn't just do this. The movie was so important that they took the extra time to show you how it was made. And I remember seeing it once on TV when it aired, couldn't find it ever again. And then my neighbor ended up having it. Don't ask me how, but he had it. I still own it. Well, because he gave it to me in the packaging, all that stuff. It's on my shelf. I think they maybe bundled it with the trilogy of Indiana Jones that came out on VHS after Last Crusade came out.
I think I've heard of that one. It's like a special edition.
Yeah.
It's actually a little harder to find.
Yeah.
I do have to ask you though, what is like your number one nostalgia movie? Like mine would actually be The Wizard.
Oh,
which I really like a lot with Fred Savage.
Yeah. I mean, and to go back to Raiders. So Raiders is probably that's my foundation of like filmmaking, and it's such a heavy influence of like everything that I've ever done.
You don't say.
Yeah.
I am shocked, Indiana James.
Well, these guys, so we worked on a web series that we're actually currently still working on, that
for the rest of time
is a parody of Indiana Jones and Jimmy Buffett all combined together. But
that's cool.
We recreated all the scenes from Raiders. We built the airplane. We built
really.
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
acted out the scenes or just recreated
everything.
That's awesome.
Everything.
Really?
It's wild. So with like a Jimmy Buffett twist. So not only did we just design a giant airplane that people could fight on and move and propellers and all that stuff, but it's a giant parrot. It's painted, has a giant beak on the front and stuff like that. And there's a whole there's a whole background to it and a whole other world that we kind of built off of it. But it's my most heavily influenced film, like in my whole life.
When's the last time you guys acted out a scene from it in there?
Oh Christ. I don't know, maybe a year ago. I think we worked on something. It's so difficult to. Oh, there we go, right there. Check out that monitor. So that's a clip from it right there. So that's a school bus that got converted into a pirate ship. So the bad guys, they're not the Nazis. We call them the bikies. Because when you go to the Jimmy Buffett concerts, the cops drive around the parking lot on mountain bikes.
Those are real mustaches, right?
100% grown.
Well, my joke always was...
Even on the women.
My joke always was if you were a cop or a firefighter that the mustache was part of the uniform. Like they issued you a mustache.
So it's like a talking mustache, like a mustache then.
Yes.
So do any of you guys collect VHS here? Like, is anybody a collector, actually?
I mean, I have tons.
Really, yeah?
Yep. I got tons of them.
So
Tons.
we actually got quite a stock of them at one point, and one of my friends who had just had kids came over and just wanted mainly Disney. I'm sure you're shocked. VHS tapes because she knew that her kids could jump on them and they would continue to work.
Unlike DVDs.
Unlike DVDs, which can't take that much of a beating.
Yeah.
And so that they could just play it and they could figure out how to put it in and all of that. And they got like an old SpongeBob TV with the VHS on it and everything.
Oh, that's cool. I think if people want to know, the biggest misconception I get with tapes is people think Disney is worth like a fortune.
Okay.
Because they'll always be like, hey, I got 20 Disney tapes. I'll take 10 grand. I'm like, I couldn't offer you $20 even. I'm sorry. Because
Really?
they made millions upon millions of copies. They're
Yeah.
everywhere.
Why-
Whereas
Yes,
horror is
even
not
the
much.
even the little mermaid with the phalluses on the cover.
That
Yep.
one's actually really everywhere.
The little peanut on the cover.
Every now and then they put out the commercial where they'd say like they're putting Peter Pan in the vault and you're not going to see it for like 10 years or whatever. So they would try to like limit or like drive up the prices of like their own product, right? They were putting a bunch of videos into the vault.
Yeah, I used to remember that. But then there are some that are worth money, like Cars is
Yeah.
worth like $250 because it's a late VHS release.
Mm.
So it's worth crazy money for that reason alone. Or
That's-
like A History of Violence is the last VHS movie ever made, so it's worth like $200.
Wow.
Silly reasons.
That was the last VHS movie ever made?
History of Violence. Yes, is the last VHS ever printed
What
before
was the
DVD
first?
took over. The first VHS ever
Yeah.
printed. Oh, it's before my time. I think.
Porn.
The one no one wants to really talk about.
How come none of these tapes have labels on them? Don't worry.
I get
about
asked that question too once in a while.
I can't even imagine. I can't
One of
imagine.
the things for me with VHS, obviously, with the transition to DVD, was obviously getting everything in widescreen. And it really used to bug the hell out of me that later issues of VHS, especially of the earlier movies, I try to personally find an older copy of a VHS tape, say a copy of Friday the 13th from before the mid 80s, because the issues that would have come out in the 90s, the more budget copies, how they open up where the film's in widescreen, and then it transitions into 4:3 pan and scan, and the video quality just completely like tanks. And
Yeah, that a lot. It's all those gateways releases.
yeah, and in some cases the pan and scan almost makes the movie unwatchable.
Yes, he had to buy me a new DVDs. I know they're not VHS, but DVD version of Harry Potter because one of them was pan and scan, and he would not watch it.
I like the old gritty look of a VHS. I like how it
Yeah.
looks like a movie you feel like you shouldn't be watching. Like you found it in the woods, almost like
Yes.
Dug it out a hole.
exactly like 8mm or something.
I mean, I remember, I used to edit videos deck to deck. And then, when you would put in like more sound, because I could only put in 2 channels per generation. And the more sound effects I put in, I just kept losing video generations on my tapes. And by the end, I was like, oh, this is the 7th generation. It just looked like garbage,
Because you pretty much found in the woods buried on.
Yeah, right. That's not the look I was trying to achieve. Oh my God.
The Blair Tom project.
So how do people reach out to you about this, or is this just something you're doing kind of nonstop?
Well, I was a collector about 3 years ago, and my buddy's like, there's value in these. So now, 3 years later, I deal with about 42 collectors personally.
Wow.
Videos, believe it or not, it's my biggest moneymaker. Last year, I made just over 70 grand selling
Jesus
VCR tapes.
Christ.
I just had a guy come last week and spend $4,100 on VHR tapes, all rare horror.
Yeah.
It was insane to watch. Took like 3 hours, and I was baffled
Wow.
by how much. And he's building his own collection and just I can't believe this guy's spending this much money on this right now.
Wow, that's crazy. Have you ever do you watch the Red Letter Media guys?
No.
Oh, so it's a YouTube channel. They're great. They watch obscure movies, old horror movies, and then they just pull them apart. It's so funny. It's like Mystery Science Theater, but people actually send them videos, and apparently they have in their collection like only like first prints and like real rare VHS tapes. That's a good channel to check out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. I was funny because my buddy watches the same thing obscure, and obviously everyone's seen They Live.
Yeah.
With Roddy Piper, and he goes, "You ever see this?" And he shows me a trailer, and I can't remember the name for the life of me, but it's Roddy Piper, and he's like kissing and fighting these frog creatures, and I'm like, "What the hell are you watching, bro?" Right now, he goes, "Oh, you got to watch it."
Hell comes to Frogtown.
That's one of. Is it true?
Yes, that's the movie.
Jesus Christ. Of course you know it.
I should have known.
So there's so that's one of the reasons why I watch that show, because they will show you like some Brian Bosworth movie or some crazy ass thing that you like, how did I miss this movie? You know?
The guy from Stone Cold?
Yeah. It's just it's so funny. They tell you like how the movie was made and like, you know, all the bullshit that went on, and they're very funny. Very funny.
I love stuff like that. Like I actually like the documentary all about Troll 2, how it's the best bad B movie, horror movie ever made, but they tell you why. Right. It's a great documentary to watch.
That and the Canon documentary about all the Canon films. Fantastic. All right. So where can everybody find you this weekend at the show?
I'll be vending over actually in the back corner.
You in panel room B? Where
panel
are you?
B, panel 809.
Okay.
So yeah, it's in the side room.
Okay.
I think I'm one of the few people here with the tapes. I think it's one or two other vendors.
I saw
my first con that I hear.
There were guys in the middle room, I think, that had a TV set up with the VCR built into the front. Did you see them?
I did. Yeah, I went over the thing and I thought maybe we could do some trades, but they don't bring super high value. So they said they were mostly $4 tapes, which was fine.
Okay.
A lot of Olsen twins and stuff, but they have great selection over there for anyone who's a beginner collector.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is very cool. I love all this stuff. We'll get your contact info. I got boxes of stuff at home that maybe
if you don't want them, I'll definitely take them.
The shit I have would surprise you. I know I got like old episodes of TV too.
Yeah, some people look for like old tape movies because they want the commercials that used to be on there. The weirdest things people collect. They ask me all the time the weirdest things I get asked.
Yep. That's very cool. All right, Fred. Well, thanks for coming down, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, we'll see you around this weekend.
Definitely. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, live from Terrificon again, Friday, August 7th, 2026. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.